So I just want to start off today by going around and just saying your name and where you're from, just so we can see who's on the meeting today. So I will pick on people as I see them. Brenda, you look like you're first on my list.
Yeah, Brenda Cronk. I'm from the Park Terrace Food Pantry in Appalachian in Tioga County.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jean, you are next.
Jean Winall from Grant Community Cupboard.
Perfect. Thank you. Cindy,
I be your speaker.
yeah, Cindy, you're muted. We can come back around if you'd like. How about Janet?
Hi, good morning. I'm Janet Maher with Newfield Kitchen Cupboard in Tompkins.
Perfect. Thank you. Kerm,
Kermit Buzzard, Spencer Vinette, and Food Cupboard.
perfect. Thank you. Kim, you're muted, Kim, if you're trying to talk. If not, we can go to the next person. I'll try to loop back around.
Sorry, I couldn't get it off.
Oh, no worries. Okay.
Kim Paul, the Bridge of the Penn York Valley Churches Valley Food Pantry, and we do the Waverly Mobile Food Pantry.
Perfect. Thank you. Who else do I have on here? Tracy.
Tracy Layton, Catholic Charities of Broome County, our 100 Main and Mother Teresa's Cupboard food pantries.
Perfect. Thank you. Leslie.
Good morning. I'm Leslie from the Hammondsport Food Pantry, Loaves and Fishes, in the pretty village of Hammondsport.
Perfect. Thank you. Um, Bill.
Speak. Go ahead. Bradford Food Pantry, if that'll help you.
And then Tracy.
Are there two Tracys?
Oh, sorry, Tracy. I already got you. You came back on. That's why I was a little
Okay.
sorry. You went back down. You're good, Tracy. Thank you. And then Sasha, we're just doing introductions. I see you're already on, so if you want to just do a quick introduction as well. We can't hear you, Sasha, if you're talking. Okay. And then okay. I think we got everyone. Oh, there you go. Now I can hear you.
I think I fixed it. I'm Sasha. I'm the
Okay.
grant manager for the food bank.
Perfect. Thank you. So I just want to really quick, I know we're all over the southern tier. It is storming very bad where I am at and I'm like on the border of Chemung and Schuyler County. I just left the food bank because we do not have power at all there. So I am just want to be transparent that if, I lose power at my house, like I'm gonna obviously lose you guys as well. And we'll try to connect another time because I'm trying to get back on and all that. I just want to be upfront that if we lose each other, we'll connect at another time, maybe schedule another meeting or put something else out there. So with that being said, does anyone have anything they'd like to talk about? Any questions, concerns, things like that?
I have a couple. I know that the second half of the documentation for HIPNAP OSCE is due by August 7th. I couldn't find anything in the grants management system that was an action for me or that was even part of the prior approvals. So I sent an email out to Devin, but I wondered, is the grant management system updated for us to submit the second half of documentation?
Yeah, so I can look up your what was your site name again?
Pardon?
What was
Site
your
name,
site? Yeah.
Park Terrace Food Pantry.
Okay. I can look up a lot of times it's in the follow-up tab, and if it's not outstanding, sometimes it's not there. A lot of times your documentation should be on the left-hand side. But let me take a look on my end here really quick.
Okay.
Um, if not, I don't know if this is going to be quick. So, oh, I do see you here.
I do have an email into Devin and Bree, but I didn't
Okay.
know if others might be experiencing a problem too.
So I do see a follow-up assigned in your I'm on your grant platform, but I can connect with you after here and kind of walk you through it if that would help. When you log on to your grant platform, it's the third one down. So you have your turkey application, your food grant, and your OSCE grant application. If you click the project, the 70342, it's the only blue lettering on the whole entire line. If you click that, it brings up the screen and there is a follow-up spot. But you're right, it does look like you already completed that. So let's look into this and I will connect with you.
We
Get
could
Devin
do
to
that
connect with you.
later.
Okay.
I didn't know if there was something with the system that might benefit others, but we could do it at the end of the meeting.
Okay, that sounds good because I do see, like you're saying, I don't see anything for
Okay.
you to do right now.
And Devin or Bree might have taken care of it this morning, and that might be
Okay.
why it looks like it's done.
Okay, yeah, no worries. We can look into it.
I did have one other thing too.
Okay.
We get the extras from the local mobile food pantry,
Uh-huh.
and we got creamers that are best by date May 28th. And it's
So-
like I researched it and it said like only a month past the date for creamers.
Yeah, so let me get exact dates for you because I did also see that creamer at the at a mobile I was at, and it actually had expired like a while back. And we did get an extension on it. So I will reach out to know exactly based on because I think the one I saw was like August something. So I just want to get you correct information because it sounds like there may be a few other dates on there as well.
Okay.
Yes, so creamer, yep. And I will, Brenda, I'll put it in the email, the follow-up email with the recording. I like to answer a lot of our questions there so the whole entire group can see it.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for your questions.
I have just a quick question. Did the turkey grant applications go out to everybody? Because
So if you're a HipNAP agency, which I'm guessing you
Yes.
are,
Yeah.
so you just have to click when you go into your grant platform, you have to click the apply button is why you're not seeing it. So it's only accessible for HipNAP partners, but you have to click that apply button when you
Okay.
first log in, and you will see that turkey grant there for you to be able to apply.
Okay. We'll take
And I
care of
think
that
you have
today.
till August 7th, I'm pretty sure, is the cutoff date. So you have a little bit over a week.
Okay.
Because
Perfect.
we're
Thank you.
already almost in August, which is so sad to say.
It's crazy.
Yes, it is. Yeah, no
Crazy.
worries. Yeah, so anyone on here who hasn't done, if you're an agency partner that is a HipNet partner, please feel free to get on and do that turkey grant because we are approaching the deadline, and they did say they aren't taking any late applications. So, yeah, if you need assistance, reach out to me. Me or Devin are your go-to people. Any other questions that anyone has?
Lindsay, in the past, we have gotten notification if our OES grant has been accepted. Are we get that, or do we have to just go onto our portal and look?
So what exactly did you apply for with the OSCE grant?
It was a continuation grant, I believe it was the one that you're supposed to fill out every year for renewal.
Are you talking about the food grant or the are you talking about like the OSC is operational support capital equipment. So if you
No, I think it's the one that we have to renew every year for HipNAP. I don't have.
so you already signed that and sent that in. You got an acceptance letter and signed it in because I would have been hounding you. So those were sent out
Okay.
July 1st. So if we receive those and you haven't heard back from us, they're good to go.
Thank you.
Yep.
I had a question on ordering. I'm rather new to the ordering, a few months. And when we submit our order, 2 days ahead, and it gets responded to, once it's submitted, you can't start a new order right away.
So,
And
Oh, you can do.
no, you're good. Keep going. I'm
so
going
my-
to mute, Brenda.
Okay.
Sorry, because it's a little.
That's okay.
Okay. Yep. Go ahead.
So I'm not able to start a new order right away. And so based on, our delivery day is Thursday. So sometimes you can't pick the next Thursday. I mean, you can do an order for a day before your regular delivery day, but you can't pick your next delivery day right away. And so I've been missing some of the items come on the menu and they go away right away. So I've been missing some things because of that. And so I just wondered, once your order's been accepted, why it doesn't allow you then to do your next, because I have to do my order for a Thursday delivery on Tuesday by 10. And so, and it almost always gets processed like within a very short time after that's released. And I did learn not to send it Monday night, to wait until Monday, look if anything else has been added to the menu early Monday morning early Tuesday morning, because some things have been added then. So at least I don't miss those now. But I just wondered, why that is, and if they couldn't make the boundary 7 days from your, do you know what I'm saying? So if you go in to start a new order on like Tuesday, after I've released for my Thursday order, I can't pick next Thursday and start an order. And I tried starting one for a different day and then trying to change it, but you lose everything that you've picked up.
Right.
So
So I will, does anyone want to talk first before I do? Because you guys are the ordering experts, because you can open 7 days ahead of time. Does anyone on here want to talk to that you guys are the ordering experts? I think I heard someone talking. Maybe.
This is Janet.
Okay. Okay.
This is Janet. So I usually start a full 7 days ahead, and then I will submit kind of like maybe 3 days ahead of my lockout date. And then that gives you the full 24 hours to do that. But I've also done the started entering an order and gone in later and pushed the date out. But it'll only let you usually, depending on how many days off your cycle you are, it won't let you push it out a full week, but it'll let you push it out like 2 or 3 days, which usually gets you over your delivery hump.
yeah, it wouldn't let me do that, or at least I didn't know how to do it. Maybe that's why I was bringing it up, because I figured there must be a workaround. But it really seems like it's a database, and it seems like they should be able to, instead of saying 6 days from your order date, they should be able to make it 7, so you can at least start once they release your order 2 days before your delivery, you should be able to, pick your next delivery to start an order. It just
Because
seems like a simple thing,
Because you get
database.
your delivery on Thursday, Kim, you said?
Yes. Yeah.
So you submit 10 a.m. on Tuesday. So yeah, I would think that you would be able to start another order after, yeah, like you're saying. So let's look in.
You can't
into
pick the next Thursday. It's too far out because they have it grayed out. You can't.
Lindsay, if I can interject here just a minute, if you go ahead and do your order the very next day, but your delivery date is on Thursday, Aaron will push your date, even though it says Wednesday. Aaron will automatically push it to your delivery date. so you don't
Because-
have to worry about it. Aaron's very good about doing that so that you don't have to be concerned. You could submit that on Friday if you wanted to, and
Yeah.
Aaron will submit it out to or automatically move it to Thursday, your regular delivery day.
And you can also put a note in the delivery comments box. And they, that is eye-catching to them as well. And like Bill just said, that Aaron pays a lot of attention to that, and he's moved mine a couple of times before I had a chance to go in and move it.
Yeah.
But you definitely have to be strategic about it. And do you have a weekly delivery?
Yes.
Every week? Okay, yeah. I'm every other
Yeah.
week, so I'm
So,
just curious.
it sounds like there's a lot of workarounds, but it sounds to me like it should be something that could be fixed in the system just to push it out a day or two so that you can start an order without somebody having to do something or write notes or, it just seems like a pretty simple thing if you're doing an order every week to be able to, once you release one order, to start another one without a lot of extra hoopla.
Yeah, no, I agree, Kim. I'll look into it. Like it's good knowing when your delivery day and when you have to submit your order. So I'll follow up with you on that. I'll talk to that team and see what they think the best, solution is for that. Another thing too, Kim, because I know you are kind of new at the ordering, like you said. So also to open it when you do open your order for 7 days, like going back in a few times as well. I'm not sure if you're doing that. So you are doing that, you're going in at different days.
Yeah, that's how I know different people have said different items have come on the menu and I haven't seen them ever. So I know because it's the middle of the week for me. Really, it was like 2 full days that I couldn't start an order. It seems like it's last week I was able to start on Wednesday morning.
Okay.
So I only lost a little over 24 hours, but like I said, some of the TFAP things and and some of the other donated things you just don't ever see
Okay.
because you're missing almost 48 hours worth of product.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I'll look into that. I'm glad that you aren't just getting on and placing your order and submitting it because that is one thing I have really been trying to, preach to people that, you should be getting on if if you have the capacity to get on a few different times to look at that because like you said, we're getting trucks in and out daily. I always do tell people that we're not doing it on the weekend. So once, afternoon hits on Friday, don't feel like you need to check it on Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday because there aren't going to be any changes. But it sounds like you're trying to do it the best you can with that. And just also knowing, that Nourish New York, I know me and Devin repeat this a lot. Nourish New York is free on our menu, so that's a lot of your yogurts and dairy products as well as fresh produce is always free. So I know it looks like there's a price when you're ordering, but it's covered by an internal grant on our platform. So I really try to. I went to a site visit yesterday and they had no idea about any of that, and they seemed stunned when I told them. So I just like to repeat that as well.
It is kind of odd on the order, I think. I can see why, that's an issue for people that are new to seeing it because it has a price there, but then in parentheses it says no charge, so I'm sure that's because the food bank has to pay, I guess, but I don't know why it doesn't say zero cost for us ordering, so that would be clue. If you go and order things by the price, the lowest price to the highest price, all those products show up with the price that I guess the food bank is paying, but not the price that the pantry would pay. So I can see why it's confusing for a new pantry. Was for me.
Absolutely. So the only thing I can really tell you, and Kim, if you want to get together and do this together at some point, I've done this virtually a lot, is using your filters is huge with this, right? When you do like your TFAP, your donated, we do Nourish New York, and then wholesale is the last one.
with it. I just, at the beginning, it was
Yeah, difficult. Okay.
very confusing.
Yeah, me too. But that's why I try to just always share it and be able to like show people because unfortunately, I mean, that's one thing I've always thought was really confusing, but our system won't allow since we are picking up that charge on the back end of it.
Right. But I will give an example. This morning, I was releasing my orders Monday night because I was nervous that I would get sidetracked with things in the morning on Tuesday before 10. And but like this morning, I've tried now not to do that. And this morning, onions came on the menu and they weren't there, yesterday. So, it does make a difference, even a few hours sometimes.
And Kim, I mean, if one-offs happen like that, you're more than welcome to, send Devin or Aaron or someone a message that said like, "Hey, I didn't see onions and I submitted my order. Can you please add, however many onions?" We don't encourage that to happen because obviously that's a lot of work for our team. But if it's before your 10 a.m. cutoff, feel free to do that. I will say there are some pantries that do that like all the time, and it is internally being talked about that we need to stop doing like one-offs like that. But if it's like I said, if it's a one-off or happens, but
the thing is, you can't see it because I can't start a new order for that next Thursday unless I start a fake one and then just delete it. Do you know what I mean? Because
yeah,
I
no, I know
can't
what you're saying.
start
You
my
can't see the
next.
menu.
Yeah, you can't unless you start an order. You can't see the menu.
Yeah. No, I will.
So
I'll look
anyway,
into that, Kim. Yeah, I'll look into that, Kim, and see if we can get you a solution for sure. Does anyone else have anything before I hand it off to Sasha, to talk about the grant? All right, Sasha, I think you're up if you want to take over.
Okay, so I kind of want to start with just getting like a pulse point of who's had a chance to look into the grant. Are there any questions, or is everyone just looking for like a basic overview of this particular grant? Any
I can
thoughts?
say, like, we've looked into it. We're going to be applying for freezers, actually, and some more shelving units, hopefully. So, Michelle, who is our pantry coordinator, and I are meeting tomorrow to kind of go through everything and work with our CFO on some of the stuff that she needs to get together for us. So I'm thinking that we have a good grasp on everything in order to complete our application and get it submitted, I hope. But we'll see.
Sasha, I have a question, please.
Sure.
The requirements, or excuse me, not requirements, but it did mention several things: construction, equipment, etc. Because of the rules that they would like us to keep our temperatures in the 50, 70-degree range, are we able to apply for things like splits that would give us air conditioning and or heating for some of our areas in this grant?
So this is definitely one of those really confusing grants where they're creating like a really fine line between like what is capacity building and what is general maintenance. In that situation, I feel like it's probably a valid application because they're definitely looking at your organization's capacity to meet like the standards and requirements of being a food pantry or being a food bank. So I think the thing to keep in mind is just making sure you're looking at that there's like a minimum application amount. But I certainly think what might happen with an application like that I'm seeing is that they might pay for air conditioning, but they might not pay for like a system upgrade. Like if your ductwork isn't accurate, they might consider that portion of the grant like general maintenance. So just be really careful when you're going into your application that you're not looking to provide general maintenance. You're looking to actually improve the capacity of your organization to like fulfill requirements. So air conditioning, yes, but maybe not upgraded electrical to handle the air conditioning. And just also keeping in mind it's a reimbursement grant, so you'll have to make sure you can prove efficacy of you have the money to put up front.
Okay.
That's our question too, and that's an excellent one. We're exploring getting a mini duct to maintain our temperatures too. And the other question that I had when you read it, what stood out to me is that the criteria for this is that your pantry must be open 3 days a week. How do we're only open 2, and I assume some other pantries are only once a month. So we're not eligible, are we, for any of this?
Probably not, unless part of this capacity grant move is to open up that third day. That question was asked into the like question form that they have, and they did reiterate that you have to be open the 3 days. There's a lot of pantries in a similar situation or ones that have multiple locations, so they might be open 3 days as an organization, but not in a single location. So a single location does have to be open 3 days for this one, unfortunately.
Thank you.
Sasha, there wasn't any discrepancy on the 3 days in regards to, is it 3 full days? Can you be open a few hours for the 3 days, or are you familiar with that?
So looking at the RFP, it just says 3 days.
That's what I saw, yeah.
I think that they're still looking for, it would be a stronger application if you could say that through this application of the grant, you could expand your hours, but they're also not willing to pay for staff through this grant. So that also kind of is like negates the process, but yeah, we're saying 3 days.
I just thought the grant was very cumbersome. I have not applied. I've done a lot of grants, and this one is just very overwhelming, I thought.
I think that you're accurate in your thoughts, Jean. This is a pretty hefty one, and that's why I figured I would hop on and try to provide the best. I think at its nuts and bolts, they ask a lot of questions almost to make sure you have your things together. But at the nuts and bolts, once you have it together, it's probably not too bad. But what they're really setting a precedence for is knowing exactly what you want to do and how you're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're trying to make sure that they don't get applications for, like a project that people haven't even really thought through. Like they want to refurbish a garage into a pantry, but they're not even sure how they're going to do it. They're really looking for making sure people know. You're not wrong. There's a lot of parts.
Hello? Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Circumstances well beyond my control. I have not read the grant. However, is it just for pantries? I run a free lunch program. Is there things in there that I can apply for?
So the grant just specifies that it has to be a emergency food providing entity. So you may fit the requirements. You do have to have HIPNAP connection. So if you don't have HIPNAP connection, that might be the hurdle for you, is that you have to have a HIPNAP contract with us, essentially.
Okay. But is our food kitchens, I mean, we are a regular program, kind of like a pantry. So how does that make us an emergency?
You're providing food essentially to people in need is really what we're going for. It doesn't have to be specifically a pantry. So they're saying emergency food programs, other emergency food programs, and municipalities providing food relief services. So if you're basically providing food relief services, you fall in that category.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else?
Yeah, Sasha, I have just a quick question. So for someone like us who's just going to apply for a freezer and just like shelving units, the 4.2 section where it has construction readiness, like what would we've had someone come in and look at our electrical panel just to make sure that we can actually add a freezer or two to that. Is that like where I would document that piece of it?
Yeah, so really what it comes down, like they're asking a really detailed questions. And so like, for example, what the food bank is applying for isn't necessary construction, but we're gonna just say like we've done the research, right? So you're gonna say we've had somebody come in, that's a licensed electrician, they verified that we can have, that's what they're really looking for is like,
Okay.
are you ready to actually do this project or not? I think I would just keep in mind for you that there is a minimum application amount. So you want to make sure you are hitting that minimum application amount. Like one freezer is not going to hit the minimum.
Oh, no, we asked him to send us quotes for all of this, and if we had to add like another amp to our electrical panel, like a circuit. Um, so hopefully Hannon's actually is who's looking at everything. We can get all of that together, because I know it's $5,000, I think, was on here, right? Was the minimum.
And so now I'm trying to make sure I look. But yeah, so that would be where you put that. And that's where you're saying like I would identify like, whatever the quotes are, the dates that they came in, and be very specific and methodical about how you're giving that information. So it's not like, yeah, someone came and looked. It's somebody who actually knows
Right.
what they're talking about. I think something to keep in mind with this particular application is they're going to fund things in full or not fund them at all. So making sure that you're being very clear about what you need and why you need it, because like in those situations, they want to make sure that you're 100% ready because you either going to be funded or not. So the more information you can provide, the better option you are.
Sure. Thank you.
Just a quick question, since you're planning on applying for this, Tracy, have you guys gone through and gotten like your login into the system and like worked through that piece of it?
Yeah, because we actually had another grant that we did for our mobile food van. So all of that stuff was already done,
Pre-existing. I
thankfully.
gotcha.
Yeah. So in that sense, we're very lucky.
Yeah, because that, I mean, I'd looked at one of these, I don't know, 2-3 years ago, where there was one of these grant opportunities, and we were thinking about doing a couple of things. So we came up with a different way. We had a group very generously donate directed funds to us instead. And it just seemed so incredibly cumbersome in terms of the
Yes.
paperwork and everything that was required in order to get that, to be pre-qualified or whatever they call it to
Right.
to use their system. So I was just
Yeah.
curious. Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Collectively across the state and federally, we're starting to see that the government is putting out grants with shorter and shorter turnaround times. And that's something where if you feel like state grants might be something that you will be looking into this year, next year, getting yourself pre-qualified is probably a good idea, and that way it's ready. Usually they renew in like November, sometime in the fall. Because sometimes like ours was quick, but I've also had other organizations I've worked for hit major roadblocks and take longer. So it's not a bad idea to like go through the practice if you think you'll apply, maybe not for this grant, but other grants that come out. And most of the paperwork they ask for is generally stuff that you should have on hand anyway, because they'll ask, like other grants will ask for it and they'll ask for it almost again. So, which seems silly that they would ask again what they already saw for, but they will. So.
I had a question related to our situation. We serve, we cross the border. We serve PA and New York. And so our nonprofit is actually incorporated in Pennsylvania, but we have the legal paperwork to operate in New York. And we're actually in the process of purchasing the building that we've operated out of for a couple decades. In the back of, we'll have the whole building. But I just wondered if that would be a barrier for us since I can't remember how I read it, but it did talk about needing to be a New York State entity.
So yes, I do believe for this particular grant, you do have to be a New York State entity. I don't know that I would advise like one way or the other, like try to change that over. But I do believe it does disqualify you from this particular opportunity.
Okay, even though we have the legal paperwork to operate in New York State and will be located in New York State.
I mean, it's worth going through the pre-qualification process and seeing what happens. But ultimately, that's a New York State decision, and most of these do say you have to have a New York State 501c3 incorporation. So it's worth it if you're willing to go through the work.
Yeah, I just wondered if it's worth it.
It does say that you have to be legally formed in New York State, so I guess it does say a corporation duly incorporated within or authorized to do business in New York State. So it's certainly worth a shot. Like I would say, like if you're willing to go through the SFS paperwork to get pre-qualified, go for it. But they might ask for extra work or say no. But it's worth it because then you'll know that you're qualified for other grants that come up, especially if you're purchasing a facility. I get the feeling that this grant might come out again in the future.
Okay.
So being prepared for that opportunity, then again, going through the SFS process it doesn't guarantee anything to you, but it doesn't sign you up for anything. So it's one of those things where like go through the process, see what happens, and then you're set and ready for the next opportunity that comes out. So
Is the food bank applying for anything?
So we are
As a food bank?
Yep, we are applying. We're finalizing what that application will look like. We're in I think the nice thing about this grant that I appreciate is that they are separating, like, here's the pool of money for partner agencies, and then here's for the food bank. So we're not competing, and that's always, I think, a really nice opportunity for everybody so that I can support you guys in your applications and encourage you to apply without having any conflict of saying, but the food bank is coming in and applying as well. So,
Yeah.
so I appreciate that about this opportunity. Are there any other questions? I know that Amanda and I are also discussing some other grant professional development for you all as well. So if those things become of interest, just reach out to Amanda and give her your ideas about other things you'd like to learn about. I'm open to providing as much assistance as my capacity allows. So.
Thank you, Sasha. I appreciate you jumping on and helping with those questions. Does anyone else have any other questions that came to mind for Sasha or just in general? All right, well, I won't hold up anyone else.
Hold on. I do have something. I did send you an email that last week concerning donation between pantries.
Yep, I wrote you back a few days ago.
Yep, I got it. And I just want to clarify that I don't have to, neither Tyrone or I have to do anything extra if I've already recorded it. That's what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay. I'm good then. Thanks, hon.
Lindsay, I have a question.
Okay.
On that certificate of attendance for the food bank, stating that they went through that food safety. Am I supposed to keep their certificates? I told most of them to keep them handy in case we ever need them. But should I have a copy of them and have a file on that just in case?
I mean, that's really up to you. We keep them on file here at the food bank. That's how we know when sites are up for need to renew their food safety. So it's really up to you you don't have to specifically. I mean, if you want to, yes, but we do have it uploaded on your profile digitally as well.
All right, because when I told everybody that, they were like, what? I thought we were supposed to keep them. I said, yeah, just give me a copy. So, okay.
And if you want to, I mean, Bev, you can if you want to. I just don't want to make more work for you. So.
Well, I was thinking about because Ron came with the book and I said, oh God, I copied all that information. You're bringing the book now? I copied all that. I don't know how many pages it was to go through that. And I had everybody read it and then sign it. He said, you did? I said, I'm 2 steps away from you, honey. So
yeah.
Anyway, all right. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Speaking about which, do we need to keep a copy of that or send you a copy of the signed sheet that they took the course?
We check that in your site visit.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Anything else, Amanda? Do you have anything to add? I saw you jumped on. Not to put you on the spot.
I was just wanting to stop by and say hi, everyone. It's been a
Okay.
hot minute. Hope everyone's doing well. Actually, I do have a couple things. Frank, are you actually on the call or are you just ghosting and your name's just there? Pastor Frank?
You're
Okay.
you're muted, Frank, if you're trying to say something though, too. I don't that might be the thing.
Could be.
Yeah, I was muted. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Hello,
on.
Frank.
Hello.
I missed a call from Portia. Is there something that is that you needed to talk about? Is it relevant for the group or is it particular to your program?
Yeah, I'm not sure. She's not with me. She's on her way home now, and I'm just sitting
Okay.
here. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's
I
that
didn't know if
new.
there was something that I could answer on the call. All right. Well, thanks for
Oh, thank
letting me
you.
know. Appreciate
I
that.
appreciate it. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Amanda, it's so good to see you. Hi.
Hello, Miss Bev. Hello. You guys are so busy.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah. It's good to see your face, Tracy. It's been a hot minute.
Yes, it has. Thank you. We're busy too.
No doubt. And congratulations, Jean, for your nice pivot and wonderful distribution as a mobile unit while you are currently looking for a new home. Very nicely done.
The world came crashing down yesterday. I haven't kept up with it. It's not good news.
Okay. We'll
Yeah.
connect.
Oh man, I did want to see. I think she called you to tell you that that delivery came and we got that new machine. So we're just so happy and pleased with it. I forgot about that.
You have a new range? You've got your new range?
Yes, we did. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Outstanding.
they were very helpful. They took the old one out and brought it in with no trouble. The guys were really nice. So we
Oh,
appreciate it.
beautiful.
Thank you so
Thank you
much,
for
everyone.
sharing. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Uh-huh.
Like Christmas. Yeah, I don't really have anything else other than say if you haven't done your turkeys, please do your turkeys. If you owe second half docs for HipNap operation support from this past grant session, they're due Friday. If you have questions on it, reach out.
Amanda,
But
we
that's
did have a
really
question
it.
before you joined. Brenda, are
Yeah.
you still, do you want to ask Amanda? Because she, instead of me, that's who I was going to reach out to about it. So Brenda, do you want to ask Amanda your question on the documents? You may be
Yes,
muted. Okay.
Amanda got back to me in an email that I hadn't read.
Okay.
And I was all taken care of because I guess with my submission in the beginning of the year, I didn't, with the first half, because it covered the whole year, didn't need to submit a second half. Thank you,
Okay.
Amanda.
Yeah. You're
Oh,
all set.
perfect.
I'm sure
Awesome.
I was notified and I forgot.
It's
Okay.
all good. It happens.
Thank you.
It happens.
I actually have two questions. One for you, Lindsay. Has a Katie Rhodes reached out to you
Yes.
from KUDA? Okay, I gave her your contact information.
Thank you.
She's getting involved with the KUDA pantry, so I just want to make sure of that. And then to, I believe, Frank, who was just speaking, I'm assuming that was a equipment delivery and involving Wilson's. I threw this, I think I threw the comment into my OSCE grant somewhere, Amanda. But the service they provide relative to, I know you guys also have B&H as, is it B&H, B&W?
B&W.
Whatever they are, the one in Ithaca. The one big differentiator between the two vendors is
B&W. Yep.
Sorry.
It's all good. The letters.
Those people. I just have a mental block today. Sorry. B&W does not include delivery in their pricing, and nor do they include takeaway. And that is a huge differentiator. especially if you're getting a wintertime delivery kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like when Wilson's made our last delivery, it was, I don't know, December, January, something like that. And B&W was like, well, if you have 2 guys in a truck, I'm like, well, I got 2 80-year-olds in a truck, but I don't think that's probably the best thing. And just watching the amount of truly skill that's required in getting a unit through doors and navigating it into place and, jockeying it and getting it upright and stuff. The Wilson's guys, one of them almost got squashed flat twice in it. So just furthering my love in of Jeff at Wilson's.
Aw. Can we share that with him, Janet?
Oh, I've told him in the past.
Oh,
several
Yes.
times.
Yeah, so if you are looking to get equipment, B&W does a great service. They really do. They're local, especially if you're in Tompkins County. They are women owned. If you are using grants that call that requirement out. So they're a wonderful organization. Unfortunately, the challenge with them is exactly what you said. Jeff kind of does these package deals where he includes delivery, he includes takeaway, and he also and this is more internal for us, their billing system and invoicing system is more compatible with how our system works. So which is why we like to work with Jeff. But B&W is wonderful as well. So Hannon's in Binghamton, are they still in the game? Again, we had really good success with Hannon's. They are limited. They don't do as much as Wilson's or B&W. They are strictly refrigeration, but they're a wonderful locally owned company. So if you have any of those needs, any of those 3 are still really good to work with.
Awesome.
All right, does anyone have anything else? All right, well, I hope you all stay dry and we'll talk soon. The next open office hours will be not this upcoming Monday, but the following Monday, which is trying to pull up my calendar. My computer's froze. Let's
Is it
see
the
here.
14th?
14th? Okay.
I think it's the 14th.
Okay, at 4 p.m. So Devin will be.
Oh, maybe it's not the 14th. Maybe it's the 10th. I don't know.
Oh,
Ignore
okay,
me.
wait, I have it here. Okay. Oh, it is the 10th. Yep. So
Oh,
it'll
there it
be
is.
August 10th at 4 p.m. and Devin will be your guy. He'll send out a reminder with the link and then I will send out this recording and follow up on some questions that we had. So thank you everyone for bringing some great questions and have a great day.
I
Thank
love
you.
your
You too.
dog.
Thank you.
Lindsay, I love your dog.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
My son used to raise them.
Good to see you.
Oh, okay.